Hello, D-Gens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes, College Football Week 8 Best Bets, Locks, and Predictions. I, of course, am the brofict one, AJ. Joining me, as always, is the man with the numbers, the sportsbook whisperer, college basketball guru, daddy of the diamond, all hail the king of the links, Mr. Noah Engelbrecht's in the money train. How you doing, bub?
Hey Jay, I'm doing great because we have all four major sports rolling now
Whoo!
officially as of today. It is October. We have a couple weeks of this, and I can't wait.
It's the
I can't wait
sports
for it.
it's the sports equinox. You can't ask for anything better during the year. I wait for these. Do you know the trash parlay I put out already today? I mean, my God, it was baseball, hockey, and underdogs and everything, bro. I loved everything about it. And I'm going to continue to rip those off. But those are my fun bets, the ones I don't pay attention to until it gets later in the season. Because right now, we got NFL and college football to worry about. And let me tell you, bub, I love the board and I love the games that we picked out this weekend. I know I said it last weekend. I'm going to say it again this weekend because I think I'm seeing the board even clearer somehow than I was last time. I've grown up a lot since I'm drinking wine now. It's a thing, all right? And so I'm ready to go undefeated, take the sports books out of business, and, blacklist myself. It's going to be great, bro.
All right. Well, yeah, I hope I can do the same.
Hey, cheers to that. Let's get right into it. Going. Syracuse Clemson. I mean, this is a game that this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. No, I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Clemson is a 13.5 point favorite at home. 49.5 is the total. Money Train, where are you chewing on this one?
Well, Syracuse, thank you for showing up this season. It's been a fun ride. Um, this is one of those games, AJ, where 13 and a half, I was like, this line seems disrespectful to an or not unranked, undefeated
There you
Syracuse,
go.
a ranked Syracuse. And then I looked more and more at it, and I'm like, this line is probably this big for a reason. And I've been shitting on Syracuse the last couple weeks, saying, like, congrats for being undefeated. Like, I still am. Like, congrats, you're going to be bowl eligible. Probably not going to be ranked by the end of the year. It felt like a trap towards Syracuse, so that's why I'm just gonna take Clemson minus the 13.5 at home.
Whew. And I mean, you're on the public side there, not a big public on the bets with 51% of the bets, but you got 76% of the money rolling in on Clemson there. And Noah, I'm glad we're starting off the show like this because you're wrong. Okay, Noah, I respect your picks. I respect your, the way you can look at a board, but I think you got this one all wrong. All right, this is a classic. Two fakes going against each other. All right, Syracuse, we both know, is a fake undefeated team with the schedule they've had. They might have a little bit in the juice. I still am not on board with Clemson, even though they have played the way they have played. And I declared that Clemson wasn't fake anymore.
Hey, whoa,
I
whoa,
said I
whoa, whoa.
declared that Clemson wasn't fake anymore. But this is where they prove me right. Give me Syracuse plus the 13 and a half. And then also give me the over 49.5 points. I think that is a little low for
I,
this matchup. I love the over here.
I second that. I'm all over the over in this one as well.
Hell yeah, brother. All right, let's keep it rolling as we go to a team that had one of the worst beats when it comes to the spread that I've seen in a long time, that being Cincinnati going to SMU, home of the bad beats. SMU only 3-point dogs at home with 59.5 being the total. Noah, the public is interesting on this one. You got 64% of the bets on Cincinnati, but 78% of the money on SMU to cover that 3 points. Flip a coin?
I'm no, 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 not a coin flip. I'm with the sharps on this one.
You're going with the heavy money?
I'm I'm with the sharps on this one. Yeah, I think ponies take care of business in Dallas. I think I'm not even messing around with 3 points here. I'm taking SMU money line.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think this SMU team is a lot better than we're giving them credit for. And Cincinnati they've just lost. They lost a
They're
lot.
good.
They're good.
They're good. They're
They're
good.
good. They can play football. I mean, I would say they're better than, I don't know, the Chicago Bears. But I don't think they're, the home. I don't like the 3 points the way it is. That's why I kind of think it should be at a pick 'em to go ahead and give SMU those 3 points for being home, especially in college football. That matters. Yeah, give me SMU money line. I'm there all day. Staying away from the total though. It's 59.5. That's just too damn high. Too damn high.
Yeah, I'm off the total. I'm off the total on that one as well. But yeah, give me the ponies money line.
Ponies all day. Let's go. Moving on from ponies, let's go to some birds, being Jayhawks specifically. Let's go Kansas traveling to Baylor. Baylor 7.5-point favorites at home, total 61. And I mean, Noah, the public is grossly, and I mean grossly, on Kansas. 70% of the bets, 83% of the money. Noah, I like this Kansas team. I mean, I knew they weren't going to beat my TCU Horned Frogs. This Baylor, I can't get a pulse. I can't get a read on this Baylor team. I'm not going to lie to you. I just can't. Whenever I see them, I just see a Baylor football team that can turn it on when they can, turn it on when they not. With that being said, though, I think 7.5 is way too many points. Let me shop around. You can get it at 8 points. Give me Kansas plus the 8.
Is Jalen Daniels playing?
I don't know. I can find out.
Because that makes all of the difference for me. If he's not playing, I am all over Baylor minus 7.5, 8 points, whatever it is, at home. Kansas just got walloped by Oklahoma, who does not look that good this season. So, much like Syracuse, it's a thanks for coming out, Kansas. You had a good run while it lasted. You're gonna make a halfway decent bowl game, and we'll see what you do next year. But like, this season's aspirations are done. You're not winning the Big 12, and you probably won't win this game either at Baylor. But if
Wow.
Jalen Daniels is playing, I might have a change of heart. I'm not taking Kansas money line no matter what.
No,
but
no,
I will
no,
take
no.
I will take Kansas to cover if Jalen Daniels plays. I'm taking Baylor to cover if he's not. And that's my stance on this one.
I mean, hey, I can think of a lot worse stances to take when it comes to that. Give me one moment.
And
My computer. Sorry, go ahead.
never mind. I was gonna say give me the over, but I on second thought I don't really love it that much. So
Yeah, what is that? 59.5. Another one of those. That is just rough to look at, honest to God. Moving on, let's go Texas, Oklahoma State. Excuse me. Texas is 6-point favorites on the road. Total 61.5 here, Noah. Public grossly on, not grossly, they're on OK State though. 62% of the bets, 56% of the money. I mean, this is a thank you sportsbook for getting this one wrong. Give me OK State money line, and I'll take the 6.5 as just for fun.
I was gonna say, AJ, you don't even need to ask me where I am on this. You can probably just guess. And yeah, very crushing, like double overtime loss for Oklahoma State last week against TCU. They're gonna bounce back. They're at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. The Texas fan base really swings these lines way more than they should.
Oh yeah. And which
I'd
is
be interested.
unbelievable since sports betting's not legal there.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if you went back like 5 or 6 years, if you took whoever was playing Texas against the spread. I'm sure you'd be plus units.
Oh,
It's one of those teams where the line always gets messed up. So Oklahoma State money line, that is an easy bet. I don't even want to call this like an upset alert, upset watch, because it shouldn't be,
no,
but
you
I guess
can't.
it technically is. Yeah, Oklahoma State money line. What's the over under for this one?
62.5.
Yeah, give me the over.
Yeah, this is going to be an absolute bloodbath. Give me 75 points in this game, and Texas fans continuing to cry all the way home. Noah, speaking of home, let's talk about family down at LSU. As Ole Miss travels down to Brian Kelly's LSU. LSU 1.5 point favorites here at home. Total 66 and a half, depending on the sports book you use. This LSU team, I got nothing really positive to say about him. I think Brian Kelly's on the hot seat. I mean, don't get me wrong, coaching the first season, you got to give him a little leeway here, but
They're 5-2. They're 5-2. Come on.
5-2, but I mean, they're a pathetic 5-2. And I mean, you know this about Brian Kelly. We saw that he actually left a decent team that he had in Notre Dame and had won a bowl game and shit to go over here to LSU. This Ole Miss team though, I kind of like the way they've been playing ball. Hate the jerseys, love the way they're playing.
Undefeated.
Though. Undefeated. And that's why I think they're 1.5 point dogs. Public has 55% of the bets, but you got a lot of money, 68% going on LSU. That's why I'm going with the public here. Give me Ole Miss plus the 1.5. And I'll even sprinkle the money line if it's worth the juice.
Yeah, hey, we're setting up the 4-team SEC playoff here. So Ole Miss gonna keep riding. They're gonna stay undefeated because we're gonna somehow end up with Bama, Georgia, Ole Miss, and Tennessee as the 4 teams in the college football playoff. We're gonna have a what's it gonna be like? Probably a 1-loss Tennessee team who's only lost to Georgia.
Yeah.
A Georgia team who has 1 loss, which is to Bama in the SEC championship game. An Ole Miss team who has 1 loss, which is to Bama in the regular season. And a Bama team that has 1 loss to Tennessee that wins the SEC. Boom. Book it right now. 4-team SEC playoff. The all SEC playoff. Not probably. It's not going to happen. But the fact that there is an outside chance that we might see 3 SEC teams in the playoff is crazy. I don't know why LSU is favored in this. No. I know they are one of the toughest places to play on the road, and they have looked good this season. But Ole Miss looks really good.
Yeah,
I'm taking a money line. I'm taking, yeah. We're taking Ole Miss money line.
Oh yeah, we're fucking around. We're taking Ole Miss money line. We'll fuck around and find out. All right, Noah, I am excited to hear your thoughts on this. When I saw this on the card that we're going to talk about, I got really excited because I know how I feel about this game, and I want to know how you feel. Mississippi State traveling to Tuscaloosa to face Bama. Bama 21-point favorites at home, total at 60.5. Noah, what are your thoughts on this Bama team and what they're going to do here in Tuscaloosa?
They're going to have a commanding win. I don't think they win by 21.
No.
Or 21 and a half. I don't think they win by 22 points. I think Bama's going to win. Like, I would be absolutely shocked if they lost. But it's going to be more of a 10 to 14 point game. It's not going to be a 20. It's not going to be a 22 plus point game. Mississippi State to cover the 21 and a half.
Totals at 60 and a half. Totals at 60 and a half. You taking that under?
Yeah. No, I'm staying off the total. I don't know what the hell's going to happen with that total.
Fair enough.
Just
go ahead.
Give me Mike Leach and Mississippi State to cover. They're going to lose, but they're going to cover, so it's fine.
Noah, I'm with you, bud. I'm with you. This, I mean, as much as it is appealing to go Bama minus the 21 after an embarrassing loss etc., etc., etc. Nick Saban after a loss, etc., etc., etc. And 58% of the public on bets agrees that Bama minus the 21. But Noah, the sharp money is on Mississippi State. 64% of the money to be precise. Give me Mississippi State plus the 21. Sprinkle that money line. Sprinkle that money line. I think for the first time in a long time, we see a not one, but two lost Bama team here, and they miss the playoffs.
It ain't gonna be this game.
It's gonna be this game.
They're not fucking losing to Mississippi State.
They're losing to Mississippi State, bro. They're losing.
All right, okay. All right, AJ.
All right.
You're off your rocker tonight.
Oh, I wish I was, dude. But again, I'm drinking wine, and this time, and it's for the heart and everything. So I'm not off anything yet. So I guess let's keep it moving. Let's talk about Sky Ma, Rowboat, Go Eagles, Minnesota, going to Penn State. Penn State 4-point favorites at home. 44.5, 45 is the total depending on the book. Noah, if my memory serves me correctly, this is a whiteout.
This is the whiteout game.
Yep. Penn State minus 25.5. Go ahead, give it to me minus 30.5. Go ahead, give it to me minus every single way possible. Penn State, Penn State, Penn State, Penn State. In case you missed it, Penn State on the spread. It opened at 6.5, moving to 4. Give me Penn State.
As much as I hate to agree with you on this one, I do. And then over-unders at...
I got it at 45 right now as the highest one.
Yeah, and we are slamming the under in this game. But also taking Penn State to cover that 4 or 4.5, whatever it's at.
Yeah, Penn State covers too easy. I mean, honest to God. Now, and this is me not over-exaggerating or anything. If this line somehow moves back up to 6.5 where it opened, I would take it still at 6.5. But if they're going to give it to me at discount at 4, I'll take the 4, the minus 110, and just enjoy my afternoon.
Yeah, Penn State should win this game. By how much? I don't know. That's up in the air still, but Penn State should win. So I'm going to lean on them and I guess go with the 4 or 4.5. It's going to be, well, it's going to go down as a bounce back win for whichever team wins this. So, I mean, kudos to whoever wins. But yeah, can't bet. It's one of those principal bets for me. Like, I can't bet against Penn State in a whiteout
You can't.
game. I've said it time and time again. And it's one of those where I can't bet against them when they're doing their whiteout game.
No, you just can't. I mean, that is what they would call irresponsible gambling.
Well, I hope I lose this bet.
I know
this
you
is
hope.
One that
Sky
I hope
Ma, right?
Yeah, so I hope I lose this bet, but it's a principle thing. I can't bet against Penn State in a whiteout game.
And now, Noah, I agree with you completely. I do need to ask you a side question, though, because we know last year I had a whole issue with mascots and, the war eagle and everything like that. How does a gopher exactly row a boat?
You're getting too deep here.
Okay, fine. Let's move along then.
Row the boat is a PJ Fleck thing. The Gophers are the Minnesota mascot. PJ Fleck's had the row the boat thing back to his Western Michigan days. So
10-4. You learn something new every day. Love to hear it. Okay, Noah, I'm going to need you to explain this line to me because I don't get it whatsoever. I'm happy about it. I'm elated about it. I just don't get it. That being Kansas State going to TCU. TCU 3.5-point favorites at home. 55.5 is the total. And Noah, do you want to have a good laugh about where the money and the bets are at?
Are they all over TCU?
No, you got 53% of the bets and 86% of the money on Kansas State.
Interesting.
Right?
Interesting.
14% of the money on TCU.
Well, I love the over.
Love the over.
I love the over, and TCU, they look hot. They look good. Kansas State also kind of looks hot and good. So, I don't know. We got two purple teams. Gross, I know. But, yeah, I guess TCU at home -3.5. I'm on them, and I'm on the over.
Okay, none of this, I guess, bullshit. I mean, this is like the fact TCU is only a 3.5 point favorites is epic, Noah. It is awesome that the books are being so generous with this line. They realistically should be 6.5 point favorites against this Kansas State team. Have the books not watched what TCU has done all season? This is a good TCU squad. I want them to start getting some goddamn respect. Yes, they're in the rankings. That's not enough. They need to be respected in the sports book too. Give me TCU minus the 3.5, and even though they should be minus 6.5, I would take them there too. Damn it, that pisses me off.
I mean, Kansas State's good. Like, let's not get that wrong.
I'm not saying Kansas State isn't good, but if you're telling me to pick one Kansas team, I'm gonna pick KU over K-State. Even when it comes to this shit.
I think the last 2 weeks have told us otherwise.
Told us otherwise. I'm Noah. I have all the numbers. I'm good at this shit. Yeah, no, I get it. Okay, I get it. All right, let's go. Let's finish it off. Last game. Let's talk some Pac-12, Noah. We got UCLA going to Oregon. Oregon 6-point favorites at home. Total 69.5. What do you think, bud?
Honestly, from what I've seen this season, UCLA looks more consistently good than Oregon has. However, Oregon's at home, and Bo Nix is...
He's at home.
He's very, very good at home. He's, obviously he's got major big-time struggles on the road, but he's very, very good at home. I don't really love the 6-point line, but I'm also not fully sold on UCLA. I'm not fully sold on Oregon. So this is why it's tough for me. I'm sure there's people in the opposite boat who are like, oh, these are two of the best teams in the country, and that's why they're having trouble picking this game. For me, it's like I'm not fully sold on either of these two. I think Utah and USC are better than both of these teams.
Wow.
And I would even argue Oregon State might have a run for their money against these two teams. So I've got two teams that I've got between like 3rd and 5th in the Pac-12 in my power rankings for the Pac-12, despite the fact that they're both ranked in the top 10. With the line at 6 points, it's a coin flip for me.
Really?
Yeah, and you know what? I think Oregon being at home in Eugene, I think they narrowly covered the 6 points. And that's not a confident pick from me. I don't know what the over-under is, but if it's under like 65, I'm taking the over.
69.5.
Fuck, I'm still taking the over. I'm still taking the over, but I hate it. I hate it, but I'm on it.
I'm taking the over too, and that's honestly because in my heart of hearts, I believe there's going to be 75 points scored in this game. And Noah, for all the reasons and more, I'm on Oregon minus the 6. 47% of the bets, 41% of the money on Oregon. It gives me a chance to fade the public. UCLA, they're a good squad. I'm not taking anything away from them whatsoever. But when it comes to who plays better at home in that environment, give me Bo Nix, give me Oregon.
Oh, and it feels like the perfect game too for Oregon to beat UCLA and take the Pac-12 out of college football playoff contention
because we are great at that.
Because why would we not do that week 7 of the 14-week college football season? We're going to take the conference out of contention for a playoff spot. And yeah, there's going to be people who are arguing, oh, well, what about USC? What about Oregon? They lost to Georgia. Yeah, they lost 49-3 to Georgia. There is losing to Georgia, and there is getting absolutely obliterated. Any team who loses any game 49-3 in the season does not deserve to be in the college football playoff. No. And UCLA is the only team, in my opinion, who even has a chance. If they go undefeated, they win the Pac-12. Yes, they're in the playoff. No one-loss Pac-12 team is going to make it, just like no one-loss ACC team is going to make it, just like probably no one-loss Big 12 team is going to make it. Although the Big 12 does look stronger, so they might have a chance at sending a one-loss team.
Yeah, we could see that there.
But
obviously, we got to wait for the college football playoff committee to even start putting together a goddamn list.
But you're going to have a Big 10 team. You're going to have one, if not two, if not three SEC teams. It's just, if you're in the ACC or the Pac-12, and probably the Big 12 as well, if you have one loss, you're not making it.
No, absolutely.
That's the reality of the situation. So Clemson and Syracuse still sitting fine in the ACC. UCLA, the only team undefeated in the Pac-12. Big 12 has but TCU, the only undefeated team left there. So, yeah, and I could see an argument for Oklahoma State if they went out. One loss to TCU in double overtime. But, yeah, I just have this feeling that Oregon's going to beat UCLA and the Pac-12 is done. The Pac-12 is just done.
That would be the most Pac-12 thing to happen since the Pac-12 was the Pac-12.
Week 7.
So
Week 7 out of playoff contention.
So, of course, it's going to happen. It's one of those. God damn the Pac-12. I'm so happy the Pac-12 is getting blown up in the next 3 years. Oh, my God. I don't have to deal with this bullshit anymore. Can finally watch games on cable and not some bullshit network that no bar has in any fucking bar. God bless it. I hate the Pac-12. Hate them. Bear down, go Cats. Noah, you got anything else to say to the D-Gens regarding college football week 8 before we sign off and start prepping for the NFL?
Can't wait for some more college football. College football at least has more normalcy than the NFL this year.
Yeah, Jesus
NFL,
Christ.
and I'm going to keep saying it week in and week out. I've been saying it since week 2 of the season. This year is going to be really, really fucking weird for NFL. I saw a weird stat that for fantasy football, the average score per team is 22 points lower so far this season.
Wow.
than last year. And this is the lowest in over a decade fantasy football scoring. So yeah, there's some weird shit going on in the NFL. Slam those unders. I mean, I want to say something to the unders at over 60% so far in the NFL. So doesn't relate to college football, the theme of this episode. But hey, that is my final note. Slam those NFL unders until they stop hitting, because at some point they're going to even out, because the odds are going to those unders are going to start coming lower and lower and lower. And then when those unders get low enough, just start slamming the overs. And you're good. You're good. Just play the books, play Vegas. You're good. You can win. Just pay attention to those trends, hop on at the right time. It's like the stock market,
Yes, and again, I do want to I want to take this time, and as my last closing moments, to put out a PSA, okay? If a sports book puts out a boost on a bet, okay? If a sports book boosts an odds on a bet from, let's say, I don't know, minus
Justin
800
Herbert
to plus 100, okay? They know something. Don't be a mark. Don't be an idiot. Don't take bets that the books boost. They are boosting it on purpose to get suckers to take those bets. Okay? Gee, that's rule number 1. Besides, don't place parlays. All right? Rule number 1, don't take anything the book is giving you at better odds. All right? Because they're baiting you, brother. They're baiting you. That was disgusting. I saw that and I was flabbergasted. But of course, some shithole like DraftKings would use that. But if DraftKings is listening, please sponsor us. We would love that.
But also crazy there, AJ, that Justin Herbert has never had a game without a touchdown. And then they boost Justin Herbert 1+ touchdown pass from minus 800 to plus 100. and it's the first time in his career after 32 games, 33rd game of his career, I
Yep.
think, started.
Yep.
And it's the first time it doesn't hit is when DraftKings boosts it from -800 to +100.
And believe me, I understand coincidences happen and everything like that. But seriously, like I saw some boost today that was to boost the Guardians and like their pitcher plus strikeouts or something like that. And I mean, it was just dumb. If it's too good to be true, especially in sports betting, it's fucking too good to be true. I promise you. I promise you it is. With that being said, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that we can quit our day jobs and be degenerates full time. Follow us on the Twitter and everything like that in the link tree down below. Hit up the merch store as well. No, anything else?
Hey, man. Bear down, go Cats.
Bear down, go Cats. I've been the Perfect One AJ. That is the Money Train Noah, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.